there we are. Who are you, sir? I must meet the managers, please. Ah, I see. Please come inside and wait. They're currently occupied, but they should be free shortly. How do you do? I'm Raoul de Chagny. I'm here because...
Ah, you're the younger brother of the esteemed Count de Chagny. I'm Marmont Chemin, and this is my friend and colleague Farmer Richard.
Ah, do you dare, Viscount de Chagny? We have a matter we must attend to briefly. Please wait just a moment. Very well.
This is an advertisement pamphlet and these are the bills. This damn letter. I thought Remy had gotten rid of it.
Discard that cursed letter at once. Who does this phantom think he is, making demands like that from us?
As Count de Chagny, do you have a moment?
What is it?
Have a look at this outrageous letter. It's a list of demands sent by the so-called Phantom of the Opera.
He says the Phantom. He says the Opera House management must fulfill all his demands.
Isn't this regarding the Opera House? Why would you inquire me about...
Viscount de Chagny, do you think us incompetent at our jobs?
I don't think so. How would some incompetent people become managers?
You think so? Then what you say our former managers were perhaps imbeciles?
I've never met them before, but if they managed the Opera House so well over the years...
Alright, but even you will answer this with absolute certainty. Viscount de Chagny, do you think it's fair that our first duty as managers is such a ridiculous joke?
Ridiculous joke?
Oh, heavens. Some phantom trying to tell us what to do.
So you're concerned about... what exactly?
You'll understand once you read this.
Let me have a look. So, this definitely happened before. It's just that... this is just, like... from this perspective of him, I guess. La Époque. The management of the opera shall give to the performance of the National Academy of Music. I knew that he was telling the story, I just didn't expect him to go all over things that we already saw. Is this just an ordinary contract?
You'll realize how ridiculous it is if you continue reading it.
Alright. Terms of contract, the Phantom of the Opera. Check. And bam. Box 5. Dun, 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 dun. Terms of contract. The management of the Opera House shall render unto the stage performances of the National Music Academy the level of treatment as deserved by the greatest stage performances in France. If the following terms are violated, all privileges currently enjoyed by the Opera House shall be rescinded. What follows is an eloquently written list of 99 stipulations. At the end of these articles is a number of pieces of illegible text, each written in dark red ink. Let's take a look at just 2 of the articles which have been marked as particularly important. Fifth, the management shall pay the Phantom of the Opera an allowance of 20,000 francs per month. Franken, I don't know, per month. Until otherwise directed, the allowance shall be paid as a monthly sum of 20,000 francs, amounting to a total of 240,000 francs per annum. 63 for every performance. Tickets for box 5 on the grand tier shall not be sold to the public, and its use exclusively reserved for that of the Phantom of the Opera. Okay.
What do you think? Does this sound at all reasonable to you, Viscount de Chagny?
It seems like someone is playing an elaborate prank. He's asking for 240,000 francs a year. And to leave box 5 empty. Wait, box 5 is the one I went into the other day. Well, if it's a phantom blackmailing people for money, he must be rather petty.
Right, he speaks of 240,000 francs, over here it's just a handful of pennies. Evidence, I'll be sure to teach him a lesson if I catch him.
You're right. This is a direct challenge to the arts, culture, and my authority.
Your authority? You mean our authority?
Anyway, what brings you here, Miss Countess Chagny?
Oh, I wish to inquire about Miss Christine Dae. Oh. Who are you, sir? You can... Just a moment, please come in.
Hello.
Come on in, Commissary Mifrod.
Froid? Froid. Wait a second. Mi froid? Doesn't that mean...
Yes, gentlemen, here is Viscount Raoul de Chagny.
Oh, you're the younger brother of the esteemed Count de Chagny. I wouldn't have guessed that you were related just by your face. Very delighted to meet you like this, young sir. Well. It's my first time meeting the Commissary. Na, jetzt. Jack, he's here. The pleasure's all mine, Mr. Commissary. Would it be alright if Viscount de Chagny heard this? Considering he's not part of the Opera House management, it is.
Oh, why not? I don't think it would matter.
Well then, shall we get down to it?
Certainly, I'll cut right to the chase. Regarding the murder of Mr. Bouquet, please conclude the case as a suicide.
Suicide? The poor fellow. Very well, fine. He's just like, okay.
There are no clues that would indicate that he was murdered, you see. Some of our staff have been gossiping, saying that the Phantom of the Opera had his hands in this. But intellectual and cultured men like us shouldn't waste our energy listening to such nonsense about phantoms, should we?
Indeed. Only superstitious fools believe in such ghost stories.
A phantom, you say? Is the Opera House haunted?
According to some.
But I'm sure...
I'm losing a voice.
I'm sure the police wouldn't want to waste their time on such an impossible case either. I think it would be best if we could agree upon a mutually beneficial solution.
Well, of course, there are countless new cases happening even as we speak. Excuse me for a moment. Are you even listening to yourselves?
Viscount de Chagny, this is all for the sake of the Opera House and Bouquet, the poor man.
In any case, Bouquet committed suicide for an unknown reason.
That's outrageous. Sounds like it's for your own sake rather than the Opera House's. An Opera House conspiring to cover up a death? No wonder it's Paris's finest opera house. Viscount de Chagny, you think so too? I am indeed delighted such an incident happened in this opera house. What are you talking about?
Mon chemin! We've been out of Viscount leave. He seems like he might try to get in our way.
I know, right? We were being too careless. Now, I think it's best that you stepped outside for a moment, Viscount de Chagny. We'll be getting into more complicated matters about our business and integrity.
Excuse me, but you just said I could stay. And I'm here to talk about Christine.
Remy?
Yes, Mr. Benjamin?
Escort Viscount de Chagny outside. At once.
Pardon? Yes, Well, what is this? What's the meaning of this? Why didn't I look for footnotes? I didn't even get to say what I came to say, and they kicked me out as if I'm some vagrant. My apologies, Viscount. I'm just holding orders, you see. And if you ever require assistance from me, please call for me later. Whee! Why do they treat their guests like that? And what is this about the Phantom of the Opera? There are no such things as ghosts. Perhaps the rumor about this phantom is what's keeping the Opera House from proper management. If that's the case, the Opera House won't be able to look after Christine as she requires. That voice from the dressing room and the managers. There are too many misfortunes. There are too many misfortunes calling upon Christine. I'll steal you, Christine. I can't just sit still and do nothing about all this. I must strive to do whatever I can. Oh! Hang on! No, I won't. Christine! I will look for footnotes first. Wait, Christine! I'm running through you.
Oh, Raoul. I mean, it's nice to see you again, sir.
Jesus Christ, what happened?
What brings you here at this hour?
Shook. Well, to see you, of course.
Do you mean that?
With all my heart, Christine. I'm sorry I didn't come to see you after the performance that day. Philippe forced me to go home, and I had to obey him.
I understand. That is why you were nowhere to be found, and I searched everywhere. But nothing good can come out from us being seen together.
Would even a brief conversation trouble you so? I'm certain Christine is surely hiding something from me. I must find out what it is. Is someone watching you?
I always feel like somebody's watching me. Is that why you pretended as though you did not know me and lied
to me? If you fear someone may listen to our conversation, then no need to answer out loud. Subtly, just very subtly. Just give me a sign if what I'm saying is true. Christine looked around a few times before giving a very gentle nod. Is this why Christine's attitude seemed so unnatural? I have so much to ask. But I still cannot bring myself to merely call you Mr. A.
Or are you Viscount de Chagny? Making small talk as if we just happened to meet somewhere should be okay.
So I can talk to her? Who could be watching Christine? Could it be? No, I shouldn't make any hasty judgments. Anyway, ask about the murder. I mean, we probably should talk about the performance because what can she tell us about the murder? But I'm just so gosh darn curious. Christine, I heard there might have been a murder here in the Opera House. Is it true?
Raoul, how could you?
I just stumbled upon the news, that's all. I didn't do it. I'm not the killer. Christine, I'm worried about you.
How do you know about Mr. Bouquet? If you know that, do you know about the Phantom? The Phantom of the Opera?
You mean the strange letter he sent to the managers?
No. The Phantom.
This sounds like my sister when she started trying to play the violin. It was awful. She's really good now, but when she started, it sounded exactly like that. It was kind of painful.
The Phantom, he'll kill us all. The Phantom has been seeking out whoever talks about him and secretly killing them without anyone finding out. Mr. Bouquet died because he spoke about the Phantom. I did not know and have been speaking of the Phantom with my friends this whole time.
Christine, please don't be afraid. I'm here for you.
Don't be afraid. Mr. Bouquet, a strong man such as he was killed so easily by the Phantom. Raoul, if you care for me, please never speak of the Phantom again. I implore you. After Mr. Bouquet, it could be my friends, or even my turn. If he's listening to this conversation too.
Christine. Calm down, Christine. I will look for footnotes. Maybe that will help. Calm down, Christine.
Oh no, I hope he hasn't been listening to this. We already spoken too much of him. If he heard us, the Phantom will...
Kill us? Don't worry, I'll teach him a lesson if he ever shows up. I'm a proud officer of the French Navy. I'm not scared of any ghosts. Ghosts? Well, I've never feared any ghosts under my bed or in my closet. I thought you said you were frightened. Why are you laughing?
Oh, I'm certainly scared of the situation and the Phantom, but I was just reminded of a small boy who'd cried ghost stories about 10 years ago. You seem to have lost your fear of ghosts.
And these days I don't cry like that either. Christine, don't forget that I'm always thinking of you. It's alright. Do not worry about me. And take care of yourself. Christine, do you not see how worried I am about you? I love you. Oh, I'm sorry. Come on, May. I will protect and love you forever. You can't see my face, but I'm just like, oh my god. But Raoul, I want you. If you love me, please listen to me. I implore you. Christine, do not fear. I will be with you always. Please forgive me. Now is not the right time to discuss this. I don't want to put you in danger. Goodbye, Raoul. Christine, please don't leave. I must know how you truly feel. Does Christine believe that the Phantom of the Opera committed the murder? In any case, I should remedy both problems for Christine's sake. I wonder if the three of them have finished talking. I must return to the manager's office to settle things once and for all. And before that, it's time to end this. Knock on the door, please. Yes, please come in. Oh, Jesus, something broke. Mr. Commissary! Commissary! Why am I talking like this? Oh, heavens, you scared me. What is it? Are you finished with your discussion?
Yes, we are, but I'm afraid it's none of your business, Viscount de Chagny.
How infuriating.
But I found a reason why you should continue investigating the bouquet cases.
Let's hear what you have to say then.
Yes, I'm curious indeed. Please do go on. I've cleaned my ears out today. There's no piece of paper here, okay. So, do share your opinion, Viscount de Chagny.
I agree with Mr. Commissary. Please do go ahead.
Make a threat. Claim that this is a warning from the Phantom. This may be a message from the Phantom. A message from the Phantom? I heard Mr. Bouquet died after he lost favor with the Phantom. Doesn't this seem like a warning to the new managers? But to kill someone just to send a warning? That is far too harsh. You never know. Mr. Bouquet's death just may be a prelude to even more atrocious incidents that could happen at the Opera House. Well, I believe the young Viscount has a point. I believe the young Viscount has a point. Viscount de Chagny, have you ever considered becoming a detective instead of a naval officer? What do you think, Mr. Moncharmin, Mr. Richard? This case does indeed seem worthy of continued investigation. If we have a murderer on our hands pretending to be a phantom, that would be a truly grave issue. Indeed, Commissary, that is precisely my point.
No, there are no phantoms here.
Then how would you explain what's happened thus far and the letter?
Why are you so insistent on involving yourself in this matter, Viscount de Chagny?
I heard everything you three gentlemen were discussing earlier. Would you really gloss over someone's death just because there's insufficient evidence? Oh, this gentleman is appealing to my conscience. My tender heart weeps just like the morning blossom glistening with fresh dew.
What?
Think what would happen if Parisians learn about this. If you do not proceed with the investigation properly, I shall tell the press what I overheard.
How do you think you could possibly publish this news?
I agree, but I'm the one with connections in the media.
Mr. Moncharmin, do you think that the Chagny only has influence in high society? If I asked Philippe, I could easily make it happen. You won't even have to wait. You'll see the result tomorrow.
Damn it. How dare he threaten us when he's the black sheep of the Chagny family? Damn these aristocrats. What should we do, Richard?
Just let them investigate. I don't intend to lose this job anytime soon.
Mr. Commissary and Viscount de Chagny, as long as your intent isn't to sabotage our careers. Yes, very well, fine. Investigate all you want.
See if you catch this phantom or ghost, whatever it is. It just might be a murderer playing ghost instead. Oh, I'm so nervous already that my heart has started pounding.
I truly appreciate it.
I'd better get some fresh air. I have a headache. Come with me, Richard. I need you to hold my hand.
Hang on. I still have to talk to you about Christine. And off they go. Bastards. Leaving. Wait, don't leave. No. There are no footnotes. How much longer is this chapter? I really need a break. Take a break. For the summer, let's go upstate. Do you have anything to say? Mr. Moncharmin, Mr. Richard, I'd like to finish what I was about to say.
We were about to go on a stroll.
It will only take a moment, I assure you.
Let's hear what it is you have to say, then.
It is about Miss Christine Daae.
Christine who?
He's talking about that stopgap singer.
Miss Daae did not seem to be in good health after her performance on the day of the farewell party. The pallor on her face appeared to continue for days afterwards. Is the opera house taking care of its singer's health at all?
About that. Viscount de Chagny, if the opera house goes bankrupt by being burdened by chorus members' health benefits, will you bear the cost? Ah, yes, Moncharmin, I received a telegram from the doctor saying Mrs. Alonso's bronchitis has been cured. He says that she'll be able to perform without issues now. I'm looking forward to the return of our real Margaret.
Perhaps Miss Daae seemed deathly ill because she did not want to hand over her role as Margaret.
This has nothing to do with Margaret. Please check on Christine's condition.
But you must know that a splendid soprano makes a splendid chorus.
Miss Daae is a remarkable singer.
Indeed, she's quite remarkable at letting others shine as she supports them from the background.
And if a chorus member falls ill and makes a mistake, it will ruin the performance. If that were to happen, would it not be your fault for having neglected such issue?
Viscount de Chagny, perhaps you lack understanding of how to run a business. But if you learned something about supply and demand, you'd come to understand our position.
Indeed, since the chorus has plenty of applicants, terminating Mrs. Daae's contract would not be our fault.
He looked so pissed right there. Holy crap, I don't think Raoul looked this angry in the entire game before. It was sexy.
We have no choice. We've got to make a living here too.
If you'd be so generous as to buy out every seat for the performance tonight, Viscount de Chagny, then perhaps we could reconsider. If you do that, we'd be happy to give the parts of Margaret, Faust, Valentine, and even the devil himself, Mephistopheles, to Miss Daae.
What? Mephistopheles ends up being dragged down to hell.
Now you and your jokes, Richard.
Off to go to destroy the world. Viscount, have you seen Mr. Moncharmin, Mr. Richard? I did. The Board. Mr. Moncharmin refers to his Académie de Beaux-Arts, one of the academies, on the Institut de France. Beaux Arts means a beautiful art in French. Institut de France consisted of multiple learned societies, and under Académie de Beaux Arts, dedicated to fine arts, there is the Music Academy, which is situated at the Opera House. The Opera House managers must have felt like they were treading on thin ice whenever the Beaux Arts members came to visit, as they were important audience members and mentors, but at the same time sponsors of the theater. In addition, École des Beaux-Arts is a school of fine arts in France, highly influential with a long history. Beautiful. Why doesn't he look for himself? Why ask me? There's 2 other footnotes. Oh my god. This is heaven. Hello? Faust specialist. I got a achievement. Hello? Mephistopheles? There. The demon that appears in the Faust legend. Many literary works have been inspired by this legend. Mephistopheles, who appears in the Faust legend as well as in various adaptations, including plays and operas, serves as the archetypal devil who seduces people and leads them to their eventual doom. The word Mephistopheles derives from the Hebrew, which means scatterer, disperser, and in Greek, not light-loving, possibly parodying the Christian devil Light-bringer Lucifer before he was called Satan. Poor Lucifer, poor Satan. What is this? Discover well connected? What Faust Spezialist? Oh, because we acquired all footnotes about Faust. Oh, okay. The law of supply and demand. Supply and demand is one of the basic ideas of economics. I can't read. Price of a product is determined by the amount of supply of the product and the demand for the product. I learned that, yes, in school. While this is not a particularly abstruse concept, some business owners seem to have trouble determining their supply and demand. For example, some people believe their goods are certain to sell when supplied to the market. That's it. There's nothing more to this. Okay. Great. Do you have anything? Oh, what? Okay, dude, they're standing over there. They're over there. Thank you, sir. Mr. Mortimer, Mr. Shamus, speak to you.
What's going on, Remy? Are you done cleaning up?
A telegraph arrived from the Academy of Fine Arts.
What? A telegram from the Academy of Fine Arts?
Mortimer, where were you expecting to hear from them?
I haven't a clue. What in heavens? As soon as they started, this happens.
Why are they in such a panic?
I need to clear my head before I check the telegraph. Miss Counter-Shackney, I wish you a pleasant day.
Speaking of Miss Day, I've got a good idea. Let's talk outside since there was Count me here.
I doubt the police can arrest the Phantom, but at least it could put Christine's mind at ease. It'd be perfect if only the managers would listen to me. Ooh. Let's see what... It's just her, right? Yeah, okay. Christine warns Raoul not to get involved with what happens in the opera house again. He won't listen. Christine is terrified that the Phantom may be after her. She's not that wrong. Even after reading the Phantom's contract, they still do not take the Phantom seriously. Honestly, I probably wouldn't either. The managers are aware of Raoul's social standing. Good. Good for them. Despite Christine's repeated warnings, Raoul is determined to help her.